Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at the person on your mind and why they feel like they're under your spell. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm now going to show you crystals for each pile. So for pile number 1, we have Lapis Lazuli. And we have 3 Witchy sisters. For pile number 2, we have Amethyst. And we have the Storm Angel. And for pile number 3, we have Red Jasper. And we have the Faceless Ghost and the Haunted Girl. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is calling out to your soul the most, and that will be your pile for today. But of course, if you're drawn to more than one pile, always trust your intuition. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose this Lapis Lazuli crystal and the 3 Witchy sisters with the power of 3, card number 9, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at the person on your mind and why they feel they are under your spell. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. It's the last 2 days of Halloween, so we may have some more Halloween topics planned, so just stay tuned for that. In this reading, I'm actually really excited because I'm going to use one of my new decks. If you didn't check out, if I posted the same day probably, I have a tarot unboxing video where I show all the decks that I bought, but I'm going to use one of them today, so that's very exciting. We're going to use the Shadows and Light Oracle deck, the Vanessa Tarot, as well as the Crystal Magic Tarot. So let's get started with your reading. This is going to sound really weird, but I feel the element of water in this pile because when I touch my cards, they're not wet, like they never got near water, but it feels sort of damp. So, and I know it's not because my cards go on my shelf, which is nowhere near water, but it's like, I don't know if you have that type of watery energy to you, but let's see what your cards show, and then we can decipher that message. So, spirit guides on my pile number 1s. Spirit guides on my pile number 1s. May we please tap into the person on their mind. The person on their mind, please, and why they feel they are under my pile number 1's spell. Why they feel they are under my pile number 1's spell. Feel this card. We have Shallow Grave with You Miss Someone, card number 29. And it just started raining as I got this card, so now I understand what the water meant. I don't think it's your energy unless you are a water sign, then you can take that as confirmation. But if not, since it just started raining as I pulled this card, this is someone that is missing you, crying over you. Because I always joke like rain is the tears of the clouds. But yeah, I really get that. Like maybe this person is crying over you. Maybe this person has felt like they lost you in some way, or they're scared to lose you in some way. And they miss you very much. And if you are in a long distance situation, or if you're in a separation with this person, or something where you're not really around each other right now or in contact, they miss you a lot. So interesting synchronicity. Oh my gosh, tried flower fairy with sweet memories. That's confirmation, card 11. So if you don't feel you resonate with this, I don't know, maybe let's keep an open mind and see what other cards come up. But for most of you, I feel Like this person's missing you. This person felt like they lost you. At the back of the deck, we have Dress of Alchemy with Release Your Power. So you know what I find really interesting? In this card, we have a fairy with butterfly wings, and it looks like almost the exact same butterfly in both cards, which is a huge synchronicity. And then we see a repeat of the number 9, 929. 9 is a number of release. So that's just something I'm noticing right off the bat. Why they feel they're under their spell. Look at these two cards. Oh my gosh, look at the middle. And another synchronicity I'm noticing, they both have striped socks, like long socks, stockings. Interesting. We have the star card showing up first. Then we have the 9 of Swords. Okay. For others of you, I said let's keep an open mind. If that isn't your situation, they could be worried about losing you. That could be why they're under your spell. So let's just see what the rest of your cards are. At the back of the deck, we have the 8 of Swords. Interesting depiction. I'm hearing that song that's like Lost Without You. Okay, so Spirit Guides of my pile number ones. Spirit Guides of my pile number ones. So I said it in the unboxing video, but for some reason when my cards got delivered, they're like a bit skew. Hopefully it fixes as time goes by. But oh well. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. Okay. We have the World card showing up first with turquoise. So Spirit Guides on my pile number ones. Why they feel they're under my pile 1 spell, the person on their mind. Why they feel they're under pile 1 spell. I just heard a ringing in my right ear. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Coins with Mouse Agate. You see, like they even bend when they're down, which is really weird. Ringing in my ear again. 10 of Swords with Black Kyanite. We have the 2 of Coins, the 2 of Pentacles with Bloodstone. We have the 3 of Pentacles with Chrysoprase. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So why they feel they're under pile number 1 spell. We have the 7 of Wands with Blue Kyanite. And one last card for my pile 1s for why they feel they're under their spell. We have the 10 of Cups with Rose Quartz. So I'm just going to put this here. And at the back of the deck, we have the 2 of Cups with Ametrine. So for a lot of you, this could be a romantic connection you're asking about, situationship, no contact, anything along those lines, or also friendship, or some of you could be in an LGBTQ plus connection. Take it as it resonates. But I definitely feel this is someone you are or were very close to. That's for sure. Because we even have the 10 of Cups. So my pile number 1s, why do they feel like they are under your spell? For some reason, my hands all of a sudden went cold. And I started hearing that song by Men I Trust when I was like in my mind, why are my hands cold? where she says, "Why are your hands cold?" or something like that. I think it's a song where she's like, "Show me love, show me how you care," something like that. And in one specific line, she talks about the song is called Show Me How, and she talks about like having visions of the person she's dreaming of is far away. So that's a confirmation for some of you that are in long distance connections with with the person you're like speaking about. But then for others of you, maybe you're far away metaphorically from this person, like you're not in contact with them, or there's just something distancing between the two of you or keeping you apart. And she says in the song, yeah, like the friend she's dreaming of is far away and doesn't feel her love, but I do. So it kind of gives me that vibe like, what does it mean? Tell me why your hands are cold. I just want to check the lyrics and see what it means, what they say here on Genius. Okay, so it says here, when you start falling in love with someone, all you want to do is know more and more about them. She wants him or her to tell more about them, to show her more about who they really are. Okay, so that makes sense. And if they're not feeling your love, either it's literal, like maybe they're out of your life, maybe there is a story of loss here with you miss someone, shallow grave, because we see a depiction of a skeleton, someone has passed away and she's lying in the coffin with them. And I take the butterflies here as that passed on loved one spirit still with them, but not fully with them. Maybe some of you are asking about passed on loved ones. Take it as it resonates, because so many of you are here watching thinking of a different person. But since the Two of Cups is at the back of the deck, whoever this is, you are or were very close to them. And if it isn't a story of loss here, the reason why you're under their spell is because they're worried of the loss of you. They're worried that they could never get you again. And that's something they don't want to happen with the Seven of Wands. But it's a fear of theirs, okay? And for others of you, if they have lost you already, that loss could be a representation of why they're under your spell, because it's like maybe they felt they wish they could have loved you more, or they wish they could have spent more time with you, more physical, connection with all the pentacle cards coming out, more of this feeling of physically being with you and spending time with you and asking about you. Like one-on-one with the Two of Pentacles, it kind of gives me that vibe of like two peas in a pod, if that makes sense. And I feel here with the depiction of the butterflies. Sorry about that, my pile number ones. I was noticing the room was getting very dark, and then I was wondering what it looked like on camera, and I saw like it was getting very dark because I use natural lighting in the day. And it's a very gloomy, dark day. It started raining when I did your pile, especially when the You Miss Someone came out. So there is definitely a story here of pain and loss, and either the fear of missing out on you or losing you, or actually feeling like they have lost you in some way. And if not, that's just a fear. But what I was saying with the depiction of the butterflies is there could have been some kind of transformative experience, with this connection. Now the rain is starting to get harder, and it reminds me of that song After the Storm by Kali Uchis, where she says something about like, after the storm comes a rainbow, and after the storm the flowers grow. So I feel like it's a perfect depiction of how sometimes a representation of what seems painful with the Ten of Swords, and is definitely painful, like your feelings and this person's feelings are totally valid. And even if it's not like there, this person could fear that pain, but it brings some kind of transformation transformational experience here. And I feel the reason they're under your spell is because they're missing you, because they're missing the memories you have. They feel bored without you, or they fear what it would feel like, all that boredom and all that feeling of like, if I don't appreciate this person enough and show them my love enough, maybe that could happen of like this person leaving me, taking back their power and just like forgetting about me, where I cease to almost exist to them. And it's like this person doesn't want that. So I feel like this person could think about your memories a lot. And the reason why you're under their spell is I'm hearing you are one of a kind, my pal number ones. This person knows that if they had to lose you, or if they did lose you, they know you're one of a kind, and they know that you are a rare gem. And there is no one like you in the world. I feel like if this is a separation, this person definitely misses talking to you and definitely misses being in your physical presence. With all the pentacle cards, because pentacles is physical. So if you can hear the rain in the background, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna try speak louder. So if this person is not physically with you, they feel very bored without you, they feel very stuck without you, they feel lost without you, as we said with that song. They feel like there's so much pain, there's so much this feeling of a release of pain, and it's tears. It feels like a lot of emotional things are coming out with this pile, and they do miss talking to you because you chose the Lapis Lazuli crystal, but they also feel like they're thinking about you a lot. It feels like a lot of mental energy with the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords of what could I have done better, of like maybe for some of you regret or guilt, or for others of you worry that they could never get you back in their life. And it's almost like you have them under this mental and emotional spell in their heart. I'm seeing their heart and their mental space, where their mental space is plagued. I'm specifically hearing the word plagued by the memory of you, plagued by the loss of you. And their heart, I'm seeing like you in their heart, and you fill up so much space in their heart that there is no space for anyone else. Like I said, you are a rare gem, and if this has not happened, then they feel like if you were to leave them, or if something was to happen in your connection, maybe this is the way they'd feel. So they definitely feel very attached to you in some way, my pal number ones. And it feels very mental and emotional, especially the mental and the heart space. So yeah, like this person doesn't want you to leave their life, doesn't want you away from them with the Seven of Wands. This energy kind of reminds me of that song that's like something bad is about to happen. And then and then he says something like, I just hope she don't want to leave me. It's the song called Dark Red by Steve Lacy. So there could be a story here of like fearing that you would leave, fearing that you would walk away from the connection, because the reason they feel they're under your spell is because they feel like you take up so much space within their heart that even if you weren't physically there with all the pentacle cards, you would still be in their heart and you would still be in their mental space, where they feel like if you're not there, they're going to take a really long time to get over this, and they feel like they might wait around to hope that something may come of you again, like you might come into their life again with the Star. But also this fear of like, what if it's over for real with the World card? What if this has ended for real? But if it's not like that, then it's like that fear of, if I was to lose that person in my life, I would be like this. I would be feeling like this. For some of you, if this person does have these fears, I guess your connection is bringing in some kind of transformative experience to them that allows them to understand their fears on a deeper level and understand that healthy balance between the fear. I'm seeing the Justice card clairvoyantly and the Justice scales, and how we can maybe balance that out. So, for example, I've read something somewhere where they said sometimes our fear is good. Sometimes the human mind's fear can actually help propel us forward if we know how to use it in a balanced and healthy way. So, for example, you're fearing the tiger here in the world card. Of course, you're going to run away from that. So, you're going to use your fear for something good that helps you, that adrenaline, and then you run away. Or let's say you have a fear. For example, this person maybe fears losing you if they haven't lost you yet, or they're not going to lose you, hopefully. Um, I don't know how you feel about this person, but if you're watching a reading on them, probably you do still love them. It's like they can use that fear to be like, yes, this person can leave me anytime. I watched a reel the other day where it was like the person was saying something like, it was a woman, and she was saying something like, people aren't objects that we own. And as someone with abandonment issues and wounds, I can relate to this energy a lot, where she said, like, people are not there to own them. They're a gift and a blessing to us in the most beautiful way. And we should see them as that. We shouldn't see them as, oh, they left my life and they left and blah, 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 because either they always have the right to leave or to go, but also, what if the universe wants this person to only be a season in your life? You know what I mean? So this person can maybe take that fear and see it in a different light, where they balance it out by showing you love through their physical actions with all the pentacles energy. Physical actions, physical levels of endearment that show you their love so that you feel loved enough to not want to leave. Does that make sense? But in a healthy way, where it's not like I'm people pleasing so that you don't leave. So for some reason, my eyes are burning so much where I feel like crying. Like, it feels like tears when it come out of my eyes. And I feel like getting into why they feel they're under your spell. We kind of said why, but I also feel here the power of 3. What is this trying to show us? The power of 3. So I'm closing my eyes because it burns so much that it feels like tears when it come out. And Spirit is showing me a depiction of a beautiful rose or a beautiful flower, like a yellow flower, and we can cut off this flower, right? And take it home to ourselves and smell it and everything, and it's so beautiful to keep. But then eventually that flower is going to die. But if we keep it in our garden and we water those flowers and we take care of those flowers are going to grow. They're going to bloom into something beautiful. So the 3 witchy sisters is showing a depiction in this specific reading of a lesson of we can't take home something and keep it forever. But if we choose to water it and nurture it, it can always grow into something more beautiful. And here she's holding a rose, which is a beautiful synchronicity. So why do they feel they're under your spell? Like we said, they'd feel stuck without you, they'd feel lost without you, they'd feel sad, fear, all those strong emotions. But also, you're showing up here as Rose Quartz, the 10 of Cups. I don't know why, but this card in the 10 of Cups, the depiction of this woman reminds me of Aphrodite and this beauty. And when I talk about beauty, doesn't matter your gender, who's watching, but I feel this energy since Aphrodite, rules the arts. Well, not rules the arts, but like she has that type of energy of Venus with her, where she appreciates aesthetics and beauty, and she shows a physical depiction of beauty and aesthetic, through the way that she looks. But she is mainly a goddess of beauty, love, lust, romance, all those beautiful things we love. So physically, you are very attractive to this person. Like, that's one thing I will say. Like, that's the first element of like why they're under your spell. And it's not just that, that's like a cherry on top of the cake, But I feel you do have a lot of aesthetically pleasing beauty or attractiveness or handsomeness to you in the way that you look. You're showing up as the peacock here. So you're seen to this person to really stand out. Because when we think of the peacock, it has all these beautiful feathers and it really stands out, and it stands out to attract its mate. So you really attract this person in. It feels like you have this person wrapped around your finger, to be honest. In terms of the mental space and the heart space. And you're showing up as a star, so you shine brightly to this person. You're the light of their life, and this is why they feel they're under your spell. You have also brought in this beauty inside your heart with rose quartz. Rose quartz in the Ten of Cups. Rose quartz is all about a crystal of love. So you've brought in this beauty through your heart. Okay, through your soul. Your soul is beautiful. And this person feels like you have an inner and external beauty or attractiveness to you. And it kind of feels like they have all those roses in their garden with you, like with you just being you. It doesn't feel like they have to go and pick those flowers. It feels like they have it in their garden and they can continue watering it. But I'm getting the vibe with this Ten of Swords, since the water is black, like I'm hearing poison. And like that fish is dead there. Like if we had to poison these flowers and these roots, these flowers would not grow as much. So it kind of feels to this person like, yes, you have a beautiful heart, a beautiful soul. But if we had to throw water on the roses with poison, they would die. So it's like the love would die if this person had to become toxic or just treat you badly, like the love would die. And I think that's something they understand. So it's kind of like I have the responsibility to water this person's garden of love so that our love can always grow. Okay, and I feel this person feels like you two are two peas in a pod. Like you two are a package deal and you're always going to go together everywhere you go. That's what I feel here. And the roots, like in her foot, make me feel like this person is rooted to you. Like I'm hearing stuck on you. Okay, this is why they feel they're under your spell. And they also feel like you have brought in a lot of change and transformation into their life in the best possible way. They feel like you two balance each other out with the Two of Pentacles. They feel like you really work together well in terms of a platonic relationship or romantic connection or whatever this connection is. They feel like you work well together like a team, and they feel like they really want to fight for this love, to continue to grow this love. Okay, and this is the reason why they feel they're under your spell. So, with the depiction of these two bees here, this person feels like with you, you two can always be busy bees together. Do what you need to do, follow your dreams, follow your goals, achieve certain things together with the World card. And this person feels like with the tigers on the World card, you bring in strength into their life. You bring in this sense of fierceness and love into their life with the Ten of Cups. The type of love they haven't felt before. I'm hearing like a fairy tale type of love. And I've never said that in my readings before, so like I'm really hearing that. And this person wants to continue treating you with that love. I'm hearing that song that's like, Give Me All of You in Exchange for Me by Bryce and Tilla. So a lot of music is coming through in this reading. And it reminds me of like you maybe being like music to this person, making this person feel good inside. You know, like when you listen to music and it just makes you feel good inside, it can literally change your whole mood. And this is what you do to this person. This is the hold you have on this person, why they feel they're under your spell, because it's like you can literally change their mood in 1 second. Normally they're very balanced, a very balanced and grounded individual, but when it comes to you, you are their weakness in some way. That's what I feel with these cards here. And with the depiction of bees, you know, bees make honey. So I feel like you're very, very sweet to this person. And that's another aspect to why they feel they're under your spell, because your sweetness is so sweet. I'm hearing a song now that I say your sweetness is so sweet. Oh my gosh, and it's a song I haven't heard in a while, but it's actually a song about magic. So let me tell you the lyrics. So the song is called Necromancer by Joy Again, and I haven't listened to this in like years, 2 years or so. And it says, "Oh necromancer, put a spell on me with kisses so sweet they rob my teeth." And then he says something like, "I'm so infatuated I'd swim across the sea. I guess you're all fading away, and I guess I have nothing much to say. And you can call me and tell me you're okay. I just wish I could see you every day." So we keep seeing synchronicities here for those that are in long distance connections. But I mean, I heard that part where it says, "With kisses so sweet they rot my teeth." So there's something just so sweet about you, like honey, that they also feel they're under your spell because of that. Like, it feels like you have this person wrapped around your finger. I want to quickly, before I end off, look at the crystal meanings in the guidebook, because this is a new deck I'm using, so it's the first time using it. So the first card with the world says turquoise. It says turquoise is a stone of strength, protection, and friendship, prized as a sacred stone in many ancient cultures. Turquoise embodies the wisdom of Mother Earth, and we hold it to us as a connection to her. Turquoise can help you feel the connection of your ancestors and their wisdom as the wisdom of nature and its cycles and seasons. So I feel like with cycles and seasons, maybe this person is learning that with love and with friendship, and well, if this is a friendship, there's your confirmation. With love and friendship and all those beautiful things, we can strengthen and protect that love by, like I said earlier, by watering that love, by making sure it's always growing, that we're tending to it. But like the earth, we all go through cycles as humans, as animals, as the earth. We all go through cycles of and seasons of, you know, life and death. So I feel like this person's also maybe learning to accept their fears with you and strengthen themselves. And that's another reason they feel they're under your spell, because I feel this person wouldn't have been able to go through this transformative experience without you. So let's see the moss agate crystal. So, Spirit is showing me a depiction of my dog, and dogs represent loyalty. This person also feels like you're very loyal to them, which is something they really appreciate, which is why you're under their spell. But I saw my dog this weekend, and you know, I haven't seen her in a month or so. It's 111 on the clock, and when I saw her, it was like she was crying for me. So, there's this feeling of missing you coming through very strongly. So moss agate is a stone of growth and new beginnings bursting forth, so much that it is known as the midwife stone, and it is said to aid birth. So some say that placing one in the soil of a house plant will keep the plant growing strong and healthy. Okay, so that's very beautiful. This stone also brightens up your mood and brings in more emotional balance, reduces stress and inspires growth. So this is maybe what you do to this person, like your effect on them. Okay, and they feel like there is really growth in this connection. They feel like you two literally have an opportunity to grow together and to turn this love into something even bigger. turn this love into something that grows even stronger, okay? And this is why they feel they're under your spell. It's that hope of the possibility of what may come, what may be birthed into reality by, working on this connection with you and continuing to grow it and strengthen it. So, Two of Coins, it says Bloodstone. Bloodstone is strengthening and grounding, helping you to adjust to new or different circumstances by dispelling confusion. Interesting. So, if this person is in separation with you, they're adjusting to these new circumstances, but they feel like they miss you so much. They feel bored without you. They feel like they keep on going towards the memories with you. But we keep seeing this energy of strength in your reading. Okay? Maybe you have a grounding effect on them, like maybe you make them feel safe. Maybe you just make them feel grounded and at ease and okay. So I'm just reading these quickly because we're like going on long in this reading. So Chrysophase in the Three of Coins is all about manifesting change. So for those of you, I did feel for those of you that aren't separations, this person's manifesting a change that brings you two together with 11 here. I definitely felt that. So there's a confirmation. So Black Kyanite over here, it says it's a cord cutter. It cuts energetic cords with people or problems you do not want to be tied to. It's also grounding, protective, and deflects negative energy away from you. Maybe this person somewhat feels like you are protecting yourself from them. And then it says blue kyanite here with the Seven of Wands is a crystal to have in an argument because it deflects negative energy and helps you to communicate. So this energy of protection keeps coming back up. If you are in separation with this person, you're protected from being with them yet until they can really learn their lesson and go through this transformation first. Okay, but if you're not, I take this as your connection is protected as long as you two learn to communicate in healthy ways that grow the love, and as long as you two water each other and nurture the connection to provide growth and not nurture the connection with poisonous water. What do I mean by this? Creating a healthy, long-lasting relationship. Okay? And then the last one, rose quartz. We spoke about that. That's a crystal of love. So they definitely feel they're under your spell because of all these reasons I mentioned. So I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number twos. If you chose this amethyst crystal and the storm angel with collision of belief styles, attitudes, and energies, card number 35, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at why they feel they're under your spell, the person on your mind. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. It's interesting that you have the storm angel in pile number one. We spoke a lot about rain, and it started raining during their reading because it was like a very sad energy coming through. So if you felt drawn to pile number one as well, I would suggest watching. If not, that's okay. But that's just the first thing I'm noticing here. So I'm also hearing a song for you. I'm just trying to remember who it's by. I think it's a song by Sir. That's Why I Love You. I think so. Let me just add your cards. We'll depict everything and understand what that means in a moment. So we're going to use the Shadows and Lights Oracle deck, the Vanessa Tarot, and we're using a new tarot deck for you today. If you haven't seen the unboxing video yet, I did. I showed all the new decks I got, so this is a new one, so I'm really excited to use it for you. It's called the Crystal Magic Tarot. So let's see what shows up for you today. So spirit guides on my pile number twos. Can we please tap into the person on their mind and why they feel they're under my pile number two spell? Spirit is showing me a movie. I'll tell you about it in a bit. Let me just add your cards. We have the Carnivorous Flower Fairy. Okay. It's starting to make sense. Card number 38 with a tempting offer has a high price. This kind of reminds me of the devil card, like a tempting offer, but it's something where we don't see the high price. Okay, so let's see the rest of your cards. I think I understand why Spirit showed that vision and why Spirit showed that song. Okay, so why do they feel they're under my pile? Number 2 spell. We have Winged Seer with You See Clearly Clairvoyance, card number 12. I'm starting to put the pieces together. At the back of the deck, we have Marie Masquerade with Glamour, Intrigue, and Drama. So, Spirit Guides on my pile, number 2s. Okay, we have the Empress showing up first. Spirit Guides on my pile, number 2s. Why do they feel they're under their spell? We have the Queen of Swords. With the mirror, like the broken mirror here, I heard breaking illusions. And at the back of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles. I'm hearing another song. It's like all the information is just coming to me really quickly. Let me just write it down quickly so I don't forget. Okay, so Spirit Guides of my pile, number 2s. May we please tap into the person on their mind and why they feel they're under my pile, number 2 spell. The Devil card confirmation. And you know what's interesting? I'll tell you about this and this in a bit, but there's a synchronicity between these two cards that I didn't mention. So why they feel they're under pile number 2 spell. Let's just see how many cards we have here first. Okay, so I guess the first card that turned over is the Devil card, and all of these were backwards. So this energy isn't hidden to you. You know about this person's toxic side that comes out. I'll explain why I say that in a bit. So the Devil with Amethyst. Interesting you chose the Amethyst crystal, and here we have Amethyst. Very cool synchronicity. We have the 8 of Wands with Blue Lace Agate. They feel like your energy is healing to them. That's what I got from Blue Lace Agate. We have the Page of Cups with Vera Cruz Amethyst. Oh my gosh. So cool. And then we have the Knight of Cups with the Ruby. I understand where this reading is going already. Queen of Cups, Morganite. We have the 8 of Cups with Rhodochrosite. Interesting that the last 3 cards have pink. Oh, but they're all Cups cards. So interesting. We have the World card lastly with turquoise. And I'm just noticing the sun and the moon here and the world, which came out in pile number 1, by the way. And it said something like cycles, seasons, things like that. So that's a very interesting depiction. And it's right opposite the 8 of Cups, which is like leaving something behind. So for some of you, you've left this person behind because they're in this devil energy. You see it very clearly. You see them very clearly. So let's just organize your cards, and I will read what I see here. So I'll tell you about the songs and visions I saw in a moment. I wrote them down on my phone. I want to flow into the reading so that you can understand everything I'm seeing here. So I feel like you are my intuitive pile. First off, with all this amethyst showing up, with all this purple showing up, you're very, very intuitive, very connected to your own intuition. I mean, we have the moon here and the moon here. So you're very connected to that intuitive side of you. And we also see a depiction of 2 owls here, which represents intuition as well and wisdom within your soul. I feel from past lifetimes you've gained a huge momentum through your gifts. I realized I didn't show you the back of the deck card. It was the Ten of Swords with Black Kyanite, and this card came out in pile number 1, and I said something to them about this card, which I see as significant in this pile. Anyways, I feel you're very connected to your intuition, and you've mastered that gift of intuition through past lives, and it's very strong within this lifetime. With the Winged Seer, you see clearly through this person. You definitely do, and that's something that they find a little bit unsettling about you, because it's like, even if they try to create illusions, even if they try to make you see a different picture that they're painting than the real actual picture, you know it's off. You can see right through them. You read them well. That's an observation they've made in you. Okay? And they feel like they almost have you, right? And maybe they first underestimated you, where they thought you could be under their spell. And I'll explain why in a moment. But actually now the tables have turned, I hear from Spirit, and they're under your spell. Interesting. Okay, so as I read this person, I definitely feel like this person, if this is a romantic situation, this person definitely has player energy. That's what I'm getting with a tempting offer has a high price, the Devil and the Knight of Cups. It feels like a tempting situation that is a little bit like, I'm hearing Toxic by Britney Spears. You know, and in that song she says, the taste of your lips, I'm on a ride, you're toxic, something like that. So it feels kind of like a toxic La La Land, or a toxic fantasy kind of love affair that feels very good and passionate and, you know, tempting in its essence, but at the same time it can really hurt us. And now I'm starting to hear the Weeknd's music. So this person has like a lot of sexual energy. They give me a lot of player vibes. And reading their energy, if this is not a romantic situation, which I feel for most of you it is, since the Knight of Cups has a rose next to him, I feel like it's another situation where this person feels like they're maybe the one that plays everyone, but now they can't play you. They're actually feeling like they're under your spell when they felt like you would be under their spell first. So it feels like almost like a toxic wasteland, a toxic drug that you kind of feel addicted to. Like you almost feel like this person's drug, like the death of them, like the weakness of them. That's what I'm hearing. Like, you will be the death of me, you will be my weakness, something like that from them, their energy. And to you, like, if you had to partake in this, it would feel very toxic but also very passionate at the same time. Like, I'm looking at the rose, and Spirit is showing me the rose is very beautiful and it's very tempting to pick this rose, but this rose can prick you. Okay, so I feel like this person has potential to hurt you. This is what I'm basically trying to explain here. And with the Storm Angel here, we definitely see the words collision of belief styles, attitudes, and energies. And this card talks about differences in people, where it just shows that you two are so different in your values, in your beliefs, in your attitudes, and in your energies, and who you truly are in your heart spaces, that this could never work. I'm hearing another song. There's so many songs coming through. Okay, so the song I'm hearing right now is by Janae Aiko. So the song is called Space Jam by Janae Aiko, and she talks about meeting an alien-like being and them being from two different planets, but they're kind of like falling in love. And she says something like, you know, we're so different, but we can try to make it work. And I feel like that was maybe what you tried in the beginning, even if it's not romantic. Maybe you tried to make it work. But I feel the Storm Angel card talks about differences that do not coexist in harmony. Okay, a lot of differences can coexist in harmony and we can learn from the other person, but you and this person are two completely different people in essence, in soul, in values, and in beliefs. And I'll explain why. But this is a type of difference that does not coexist, that does not mix. It's like oil and water. They only separate, they only create clashes, and they only create more of these storms and chaos within our life. So this person could have brought a lot of storms, a lot of heavy and intense feelings and emotions, of passion but also pain, of lust but also sadness and chaos, okay? And I feel with the carnivorous flower fairy, I'm now being taken to a really nice smell, like as if I'm almost clairsentiently, or maybe not clairsentiently, but psychically smelling delicious food. And this delicious food smells so delicious, but there's secretly poison inside. Like, it feels like that energy, like a poisonous type of love that is almost like addicting, if that makes sense. And I'm being taken to the story of Hansel and Gretel. I think it's that, where they go up to that candy house and eat it, but little do they realize that lady wants to eat them. So the carnivorous flower card talks about a fairy that is so beautiful. We first see her bouquet of roses. No, her bouquet of flowers, not roses. I was looking at the rose here. But it's still that same depiction of like you touch that rose and the thorn pricks you. There's so many visions in your pile, like it's all at once. I think it's because you're my psychic pile that I feel like almost like a teacher is throwing a bunch of things at me at once and I need to take in all of it. So just bear with me as I try to explain what I see here because there's so much information coming through. I'm now being taken to the story of Sleeping Beauty when she pricks her finger on that thing, that spindle or something like that. Can't remember what it's called. But there's a story of deceit here, and it's interesting because the owl represents sometimes deceit and intuition, like someone not being completely honest. My eyes are burning now. So maybe you saw this in the beginning intuitively, but maybe this person tried to create illusions. You know, like the devil. The devil tries to create illusions. As they say in stories of the devil, I know a lot of you aren't religious, so I'm just speaking in metaphor here, but it's kind of like this person tried to create illusion so that you would not believe your own intuition, so that you would not believe what you were seeing with your own eyes and with your own third eye. Okay? And I feel like, bear with me as we get through the reading, I feel like, you know, when you look at this carnivorous flower fairy, you think she's so cute that you want to walk towards her. All you see is a bouquet of flowers. She looks so cute, but maybe you don't see the carnivorous plants within the bouquet of flowers. And you come near her, you walk near her, and it's so tempting to walk near her. But as you get too close, bam, the carnivorous flower bites you. Carnivorous plant, you know, it bites you. So this is a story of someone that is tempting, but they bite. They have the ability to hurt or bite someone. Not literally, but hurt you, you know. And this card sometimes, the energy sometimes reminds me of narcissistic traits. I'm not any professional. I'm not a medical professional, so I can't diagnose anyone, but I have been around people with narcissistic traits, I believe, so I can tell the energies. But also in the card in the guidebook, it says narcissistic, like these people are narcissistic because they kind of use you to get what they want. And you don't see the ulterior motive behind it. Well, most people don't, but you do. Okay, and I feel like Maybe this person tried to play you. Maybe they tried to get you hooked onto their love, but instead the tables turned and they got hooked onto your love. So it's an interesting story here. Here we see a depiction of the devil showing an energy of narcissism, an energy of an excessive self-love where this person is falling in love with their own reflection. Okay, so this is someone that only cares about themselves in a negative light. They only care about themselves and what they can get out of you or out of people. They kind of see people as placeholders. People are just people they can use to get something out of. Okay, and I'm using that word very lightly, but that's the word I'm hearing. It kind of reminds me of the story of Narcissus. I don't know if you've heard that story, but it's a myth, and it kind of goes like he falls in love with himself, and I think he like stares at himself too much, if I'm not mistaken, that he falls down the river. I could be wrong though, but that's what I read somewhere. And here we see two depiction of a narcissistic energy, so it's a confirmation here. It's not to say this person is a narcissist, but they could have that trait. Okay, and I feel like what happened here in the beginning, when I said I saw a vision of something, I saw a movie, a series actually, not a movie, called Brand New Cherry Flavor. And in the movie, she basically, it's like a horror story, right? And she basically is a filmmaker. She wants to make her movie, but there is this guy there that steals her idea, that steals her movie away from her, sorry. So she decides to go to a witch. She decides to get revenge on him. And this witch eventually does a spell on him, does a spell that puts him under her spell. And I saw the one depiction of him where she has gotten into his head, where I can't really remember exactly what happened to him, but it was like his thoughts were so loud in his mind that he was eventually hitting his head because the thoughts would not stop. And we have the Ten of Swords at the back of the deck. So I feel like you've gotten in this person's mind. That's why they feel they're under your spell. And if I'm seeing a literal depiction of this, maybe metaphorically, like this person feels like they literally can't get you out of their head. They literally can't, to the point where it's sort of making them feel like they're going crazy. I say that in a light way, not in a light way, what's the word to use? I don't like to use the word crazy. I don't like to use that word. But I'm literally hearing that from spirit. So I'm saying that lightly. I'm saying that with a grain of salt because that's not a word or a sentence I like to use. Okay? Because a lot of people deal with mental health issues, but this person literally feels like they're going crazy about you, crazy over you. Meanwhile, they thought they would get you hooked to them, hooked to their love, but now they feel like they're hooked to your love. Okay, and if you want to watch that series, you're more than welcome to. It's very interesting. But then I also heard a song by Rosa Cecilia in the beginning called Paradise. In the song, she says something like, "Why do you catch my gaze? It happens about 3 times each hour." And then she says something like, "This is my time you waste." And then she says something like you're leading me on. You're driving me up a tree. When are you ever going to give me paradise? 'Cause I'm stuck in purgatory with you. So this person sort of feels like you are a paradise to them. Like you bring paradise to them. But somehow at the same time, Like now they're stuck in purgatory. Now they no longer have paradise. And this is why they feel they're under your spell, because it's kind of like, oh, the tables have turned. I never expected this. And it's kind of like, I expected you to be under my spell, but now I'm under your spell. And now I'm craving the paradise that you give me, but I can no longer have it. I'm like kicked out of the Garden of Eden. I don't know why Spirit is bringing those metaphors through, but maybe you have a very heavenly energy to you, and it's almost like the devil has fallen in love with an angel, and the angel's light is too bright that when she kisses the devil, he burns. That's what I'm getting here as a metaphor. So it's like this person wants paradise, but they're stuck in purgatory without you. Because with the Eight of Cups, I feel like most of you have left this person behind or have distanced yourself from this person because you can see right through them. Okay? And I feel here this is the reason why they feel like they're under your spell, because they know they can never get this paradise back. And the reason I say paradise is because you are like a dream come true. I feel you're a very romantic soul. And this person thought they could charm their way into your heart and be like, almost like have a sweet spot in your heart, because you're coming through as the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is someone very connected to her heart space or to their heart space. It's someone very connected to their heart and very connected to their deep inner emotions and psyche. And the Queen of Cups is also someone very generous, someone very loving, someone very devoted to whoever they love, someone that really is gentle and compassionate, loving, loyal. This is all that the Queen of Cups is. And with the blue lace agate, I feel like your energy is sort of addicting to this person, where it's very healing. It sort of heals their shadows. And it's like this person fell in love with their own reflection, but they didn't think that they could fall in love with you. But they did. And it kind of feels like a little bit of a paradox here of like, I didn't think this would happen. And it's interesting because we have Amethyst here. So this person maybe didn't know you were intuitive, but they thought that you would have a soft spot in your heart for them because of your qualities and traits that make you so empathic. It's like that empathic person kind of like gets hooked to the narcissistic person. It feels like that energy. They thought that you would get hooked to them and their love, but instead you have them under their chokehold. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit. So they didn't expect that from you. And it's sort of like they got addicted to the paradise you could bring to them. They got addicted to the love that you could bring them, because it was more than the love that they experienced on their own, through their own selfish means. I feel like this person's very charming with the Knight of Cups. They know how to charm a person. They're a sweet talker. They know how to really get a person to fall in love with them, but I feel like you have this very calm demeanor. And since you are showing up as the Queen of Swords here, you also along the journey have learned to speak your truth, or you are someone very outspoken in general. So you don't let people get away with treating you badly. You're someone that speaks up for yourself. And if this person tries to bring illusions into your life and gaslight you or make you see things differently than what they are, or try to get you hooked into the cycle of toxicity, it kind of feels like you're open to speaking your truth. Why I say it's unsettling to this person is because I don't think anyone really ever speaks up to this person. I don't think anyone really speaks their truth to this person. And you're someone with a lot of physical attractiveness with the Empress here, a lot of Venusian energy. You're someone very beautiful and attractive, okay? But like, regardless of your gender, you're just very attractive. But this person also feels like you also have a beautiful heart. It's not just the physical attractiveness, but there's also this feeling of like, no one's ever spoken to me that way. No one's ever put me in my place the way this person has. And there's something very sexy about that to them, even though they don't like it. There's also something very sexy about it at the same time. So it's like a weird mixture feeling for them of it's unsettling because they want to feel like they have power over you, but it's also unsettling because it makes them want you even more. But it almost feels like love is a game to this person. Like, it feels like it's a game. Like, am I going to get this person to fall in love with me and then leave while they least expect it, or do something to hurt them while they least expect it? And with the Page of Cups, this person, I feel like they can't stop dreaming and like thinking about you, almost like they have this big wish. Because I'm looking at this person looking at the stars on the wall, and it's the Page of Cups. It reminds me of, when we're little and we look at a star and we wish upon a star, and this feeling of dreaming, hoping for things to move forward in the direction we want. So it's giving me that vibe, like this person daydreams about you a lot. This person has you on their mind, in their psyche a lot, and it's like they can't get you out of their head. Even if you're no longer in their life, even if you've walked away or distanced yourself from this connection, you're always in their head and you're always in their psyche. And it's like they didn't think that you would see right through them. They didn't think that you would speak your truth. It's like you caught them off guard. And this is why they feel like they're under your spell. They feel like you're addicting to them. Like they can't get enough of you. So I think this is the information I have. Okay, so before I end off, I'm going to quickly look at the crystal meanings, because this is a new deck. Don't know all these crystal meanings. I'm going to briefly look at them. I'm not going to look at them in-depthly. So I'm just using the guidebook just to see if there's any information we're missing here. So Amethyst, connected with sobriety and spirituality. In Greek mythology, the gods drank wine from amethyst goblets as they believed the purple stone would prevent them from becoming overly drunk. This person feels drunk on your love, and they feel like they're sort of withdrawing from your love right now, from the paradise that you gave. So blue lace agate, 8 of wands. Let's see. So it's known as the communication stone. It brings calm and tranquility, helping to ease nerves. So it says if you're prone to social awkwardness, blue lace agate may help you to feel more confident and less judged. Maybe this is how you made this person feel in a way. Like maybe they don't show that they felt that way inside earlier. Like they show to the outside world, like in their mask, that they're this very charming and sweet talker person, but deep inside they feel a lot of anxiety that they don't necessarily show. It's quite hidden. But it's like you bring a lot of calm and tranquility into their life in a way they've never experienced before. And something about that feels like they're under your spell because they've never experienced that sort of calmness before, that they just want it more and more. Oh my gosh, so Veracruz Amethyst has an especially high vibration that's perfect for manifesting and making wishes come true, as it can open your eyes and your heart to the endless possibilities that the universe has to offer. Interesting synchronicity. So this person is wishing and dreaming for you. The Knight of Cups, the ruby, is a symbol of strength, vitality, and pure life force. So maybe this person feels like you bring a lot of vitality and pure life force into their life. That feels like that's why they're under your spell. Okay, we have Morganite here by the Queen of Cups. Self-care, okay. So I feel another depiction of the devil and the Queen of Cups is like, I'm hearing that song Since You've Been Gone now. I can breathe for the first time. So I feel like since you've been gone from this person's life, you've developed more self-love. And it's sort of like, I'm seeing, in movies when the villain's like, no, like they don't want that to happen. I see this person being like that. They don't want you to develop self-love or to take your power back. But also at the same time, it makes them feel like they're even more under your spell. And like they thought they were going to lock you in a cage, but instead you went and locked them in a cage. It feels like that to them. Okay. It feels like you almost have them under your foot, is what Spirit is showing me. So, rhodochrosite, its peaceful and supportive energy, can help you overcome disappointment or heartache. So maybe you helped this person a lot with your healing energy, overcome a lot of disappointment and heartbreak in their own life that they didn't necessarily show to the world. And with turquoise, it spoke about something about like changing of seasons and cycles or something like that. Let me just see and make sure. Strength, protection, and friendship. So there's this feeling of you strengthening them, you bringing them the strength they never necessarily had. You could have been very nurturing to this person with the Queen of Cups that strengthened them in some way. So that's what I feel there. So I think we spoke about all the crystals here. I really hope this reading resonated. This is all I have for you. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number threes. If you chose this red Jasper crystal and the faceless ghost with the haunted girl with ghost people, card number 34, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at the person on your mind and why they feel they are under your spell. So as soon as I was going to say red Jasper, I almost felt like coughing. I'm not sure what that's about, but let's take a look at your cards and see what shows up. This is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. So we're going to be using something exciting today, a new deck I have. We're going to be using the Shadows and Oracle deck, and then we're going to be using the Vanessa Tarot, and the new one we're going to be using is the Crystal Magic Tarot. So if you didn't see my unboxing video, I showed all the new decks I bought, so I'm just very excited to use this today because it's new. It's the first time I'm using it. So yeah, let's get started with your reading and see what cards show up for you. So spirit guides on my pile number threes. I feel a very good energy from you. Your energy is giving me goosebumps. This person could feel that way about you, like your energy gives them goosebumps. You're a very high vibrational person, so I feel from your energy straight away. I feel like you have a lot of vitality and life force energy. And you're someone that is a very colorful person that brings a lot of color into this person's life. Even when life looks pretty dull, it's like you always bring in color. This is why they feel they're under your spell. So spirit guides on my pile number threes, may we please connect to the person on their mind and why they feel they're under pile 3's spell. That song Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone could be significant. So we have Poe, time for change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom, card number 7. I'm hearing that song that's like, you make me happy, something like that. We have Violet Angel with Breaking Dawn, card number 23. I love this energy. I love the energy you bring. We have at the back of the deck Fairy of the Highlands with It's Time to Be Brave. So now, why they feel they're under my pile 3 spell. Why they feel they're under pile 3 spell. We have the 6 of Cups. For some of you, this could be a past energy or past person. For others of you, they're thinking a lot back to past memories of you. We have the Page of Wands. And at the back of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so Spirit Guides of my pile number 3s. Spirit Guides of my pile number 3s. May I please tap into the person on their minds, energy, and why they feel they're under pile 3 spell. Why they feel they're under pile 3 spell. Let's just see how many cards we have here. So we have the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Coins with the Emerald. You have this very rich energy to this person. I don't mean rich in finances. I mean, you could be, but you feel like a blessing to this person. That's the perfect way to describe it. You feel like a gift. We have the 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Coins with Bloodstone. Spirit is showing me Beyonce to describe the energy of gift and blessing. Beyonce is the queen bee. Funny that we have bees here. You know, like there is only one Beyonce. As she said, she is irreplaceable. You are irreplaceable. There's only one you. And you give off that very royal, regal energy. Like you stand out. Like you're a rare gem. A rare blessing that cannot just be found anywhere. And even this deck is like falling over. So I feel like this person maybe feels they're falling apart, or they would fall apart without you in their life. We have the 5 of Coins, 5 of Pentacles with Malachite. We have the 6 of Coins with the 6 of Pentacles with yellow topaz. Interesting that all cards so far are Pentacles. We have the 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Coins with Sulfur. And you saw I shuffled the deck, so that's literally, wow. The 8 of Coins. Literally all your cards from this deck are Pentacles. The 8 of Coins with Zoisite. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. So we're just going to get one last card for you. Why they feel they're under pile number 3 spell. One last card, please. We have the 4 of Swords with Amber. So we see a lot of green in these cards, a yellow and orange and pink. At the back of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords with Tiger's Eye. So my pile number 3s, why are you under, or why does this person feel they are under your spell? I was going to say, why are you under their spell? Maybe you're both under each other's spell, metaphorically. Like, I am clairvoyantly seeing Morticia Adams and her husband and how in love they are with each other. For some of you, if this is about romance. So there's definitely an energy here with high passion, high amounts of love and romance. And if it's not a romantic connection, just a lot of energies of a deep love here, okay? And a lot of loyalty, since we have a depiction of a dog in the 10 of Pentacles and a dog in the 6 of Pentacles. A lot of loyalty is showing up in this connection, and this person really appreciates your loyalty and the love you bring to them. They really cherish you as if you're the biggest and most irreplaceable gift and blessing to them. I'm hearing you remind me of a time in my life when things were easy. You remind me of a time of childhood. You give this person a very nostalgic and dreamy feeling. I'm looking at the clouds on the Violet Angel, and it reminds me of this very dreamy vibe. I feel like you have a very dreamy and celestial energy to you that this person can't get enough of. Like, it feels a little bit intoxicating, and it feels a little bit trippy in a way. Like, you remind this person of childhood and like the memories of what it was to be like, to view everything in such color, to view life with such color and such beautiful memories where you had no cares in the world, no worries in the world. It was all about play and fun and just carefree energies. Spirit is showing me, when you smell a specific scent or you see something and it reminds you of a specific memory, it's sort of like you bring in that very nostalgic energy for this person. Like, they wish they could be back to that phase in their life, but they can't. They can't turn back time and they can't change time. But with you, it sort of feels like you bring that energy back to them in a different way, because I feel like you're someone that is very colorful, you're very bright, a very bright person, very colorful person. Like, you're someone like the sun, you spread happiness and joy wherever you go. And I feel like that is the energy I'm talking about, where this person feels they miss that part of their life, because as I talk about this, my eyes are starting to burn as if I want to cry. Um, it feels like tears want to come out of my eyes if I open them. So I'm just kind of closing them and I'm seeing a mirror. This person feels like you mirror a lot of nostalgic memories to them through your energy, through you just being you. You sort of bring back. Spirit is showing me like Wizards of Waverly Place. Maybe like, let's say they don't have money to go on holiday. You know how Alex Russo is always using magic when she's not supposed to, she's that rebel. But then it's like, let's say all three kids are like, yeah, let's bring the beach here instead of go on holiday and spend all dad's money or mom's money. Let's bring the beach here. And we missed the holiday we were on. Like, I'm seeing it almost like a scene in a movie of Alex Russo and Justin and Max, if you've watched Wizards of Waverly Place, and they're all bringing that island back to their home in secret. I don't think that's an actual episode, but Spirit is showing it to me like an episode. And it's sort of like you are that depiction, metaphorically, of someone missing the beach, missing that tropical holiday. But it's almost like we've magically zapped the beach to our house and we can enjoy this beach whenever we like. We just need to keep it a secret, otherwise people are going to be suspicious, like, what's happening here? And Spirit keeps showing me mirrors, enchanted mirrors. This person feels enchanted by you. They feel like you're very dreamy. They feel like you mirror a lot of qualities back to them. They feel like when they look at you, they see a lot of their own traits and qualities within you. They see a lot of themselves in you. They feel like this connection, there's something so similar about you. And even if you're not completely the same, it's like they see a lot of themselves in you. They see a lot of this mirroring element where you two mirror qualities and traits in each other. And I feel like you just make life feel a lot better, like an ice cream on a hot summer's day. Your energy feels very summery and very bright. But it also feels like you make this person's day better. You brighten up their day. You make everything feel better, like an ice cream on a hot summer's day. That's exactly the perfect depiction to describe your energy and why they feel they're under your spell. They feel like, with the Violet Angel, this card talks about going through a winter period in our life. But then this winter period phase ends and we move into the season of springtime. And springtime is when the flowers bloom. It's when things get a bit brighter. It's like less cold now, getting more warm. So you feel very warm to this person, your energy. And your energy feels very connected to the heart space since the card depiction is pink. Pink is the energy of unconditional love and the higher heart chakra. So you're someone that really embodies a lot of unconditional love, and Spirit is showing me headphones. You're also someone that speaks with a lot of love, and this person loves to hear your voice, loves to communicate with you, feels addicted to your voice in some way. Like, Spirit is showing me, when a kid. Also, the green here is also the heart chakra, so that's interesting. Spirit is showing me, when you're a kid and you see delicious ice cream or delicious sweets and you want to eat all of it, that is how you feel to this person. Like, they're having all the delicious candy in the whole world. And I feel like even the fact that we have the bee here in the Two of Pentacles, you're like so sweet to this person. You're like honey. I think there was one pile where I saw something like Winnie the Pooh chasing after honey. I'm seeing that now. So it feels like this person almost wants to chase after you, like a never-ending feeling of joy and of happiness and warmth and love. It feels very much like they're on holiday when they're with you. You just make their day feel better. You brighten up their day. You feel like you're almost taking away the winter and bringing the spring, bringing the summer. You feel like you're making things bloom in this person's life. And your energy feels very angelic since you're showing up as a violet angel. This person feels like you're an angel that can do no wrong. And this is why they feel like they're under your spell, because you feel heaven sent to this person. I feel like you really feel like the biggest blessing to this person. But I'm also hearing if they were to lose you, it would feel like the biggest curse. Not my words, that's Spirit's words. Spirit is spilling the tea for you. Spirit is showing me a teacup. Teacup spilling the tea. Spirit is also showing me a cute teddy bear. So it's like you bring this person's inner child out heavily. And this person feels very playful around you. They feel very carefree and lighthearted around you. And that's something very special to them that you bring into their life, which is why they feel like they're under your spell, because it's like, I can't get enough of this person. Like, everything just feels brighter around them. Everything feels happier. Everything feels more summery and sunshiny and colorful when I'm around you. Everything feels great. Everything feels perfect. Oh, earlier I said something about your energy feeling trippy to this person. I heard a song in the beginning of your reading by Skin Shape. And their music is very trippy. It sort of makes me feel like I'm being taken to another world. And like I said, your energy is very ethereal, so your energy could feel very trippy to this person in some way. Let me just get the song. I think that was Skin Shape, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just see. So I was hearing the song Take My Time. And yeah, like my eyes are still burning and it started raining outside and there's like tears pouring down my face. This sometimes happens during readings when I feel the person's energy and emotions. And Spirit is showing me a heart and a Buddha. So Spirit is showing me you bring this person enlightenment and peace and calm and tranquility. And this very dreamy like feeling, like you're almost transporting them to another magical realm. Spirit's now showing me Disneyland and like Minnie Mouse and a horse to represent freedom. You make this person feel free. But the reason why tears are falling down my face is because it feels like without your love, this person would feel very sad. This person would feel very empty. It's almost like they don't know what they would do without you. And it feels very much like tears of joy, like I'm so happy to find you, but I also don't want to lose you. And you sort of feel like music to this person's ears. You know, when you're listening to music and you start dancing and you just feel free and there isn't a worry in your mind, you make this person feel like that, you know? And I feel like even though this connection isn't easy, it takes a lot of work to build a stable connection, but I feel with the Five of Pentacles, they definitely don't want to lose you. With the Malachite, because they love you so much. And it's raining outside, so there's a lot of emotion showing through in this reading. Even though usually this person's very grounded and very stable and balanced within their emotions, but it feels like you bring out a lot of emotions in them that they never really knew they had with time. And the more time goes by, the more they see how big of a blessing you are. Like, Spirit is showing me a bag of coins, right? And we got this bag of coins, but the more time goes by, the bigger this bag of coins grows and becomes. Now we see these coins turn into a crown. It feels very much like they're in a palace or they've just been blessed in the biggest possible way. I feel like you've brought change into this person's life. You've helped them see life in a very different perspective than they once have. And you make them feel free. Okay, you make them feel free. And I feel like there's something to do with technology here. So this person could like to watch you on technology or something like that on social media. You make this person feel at peace. You make them feel relaxed. You make them feel safe and grounded with the red Jasper and all the Pentacles cards. You make them feel more like themselves than they have ever felt. You make them feel more grounded and balanced with you in their life. It's sort of like you're the puzzle piece that completes them. Not in an unhealthy way, but in a healthy way, like you two balance each other out. And I feel the reason why you're under their spell is all these reasons. But also, I feel like you bring this person change and enlightenment and growth in a way where they really wanted this in a connection, like someone they can grow with, someone they can become a better person with, you know, and someone they can really build a strong connection and foundation with that is gonna last and grow into something even stronger and long lasting. So I guess how you have them under your spell, you feel very nostalgic and dreamy to them. You feel almost like Alex Russo took them to a holiday place and they can always experience this magic and dreaminess in the best possible way. With the Faceless Ghost and the Haunted Girl, they feel like if they were to lose you with the Five of Pentacles, they feel like you would haunt their memory. They feel like the ghost of you would always be there. That emptiness of you, knowing you're not there, will always be there. That loss. Okay? That's like the effect you have on them. And the effect you have on them, even though they're usually very stable and grounded, without you in their life, they would feel very unstable and ungrounded. Very like unable to do things that they usually do. Okay? Spirit really wants me to focus on the Six of Pentacles here for some reason, so let's just see what I can find from this. We see a lot of yellow, which represents happiness and joy. We see a dog, which represents loyalty. A cat, which represents independence. So maybe there's a feeling of a mixture here of independence, freedom, but also loyalty and love and joy at the same time. And that feeling of inner child coming out, since this looks like a child. The Six of Pentacles is all about generosity. And it feels like you've been so generous with your love, with your joy, with your compassion, with your loyalty, with everything you can give, your support, your love, everything you can give. You've been so generous to this person. And something about that generosity really touches their heart in a way where it makes them feel like they're floating to the sky. This energy from you feels very magical in the best possible way, almost like it's coming out of a fairy tale. I know that sounds a little bit cliche, but that's what I'm feeling here. So before I leave, my eyes are still like letting out tears for some reason. Let's look at your cards and the crystal name under it. See if there's anything we're missing here, and then I'm going to end off. I feel that's the gist of it. So since I haven't used this deck before, I'm not familiar with all the crystals on it. Let's just see what it shows. So the Ten of Pentacles showed up first with the Emerald. So emerald is a magnet for good luck, fortune, and abundance. Emerald inspires positive action by eliminating negativity and raising consciousness, said to promote loyalty, domestic bliss, and encourage a happy home. It brings riches in your relationships and emotional life. So this is the effect you have on this person, which is why they feel they're under your spell. So the Two of Pentacles, it says here, Bloodstone is strengthening and grounding, helping you to adjust to new or different circumstances by dispelling confusion. And this is exactly what you bring them. The Five of Pentacles, Malachite. Malachite is a stone of the heart, and it's known as the transformation stone. It's a deeply healing stone, helping you bring change, move on, and grow spiritually. This is your effect on them. That's why they feel they are really under your spell. So, Six of Pentacles with topaz, yellow topaz, teaches you to do the right thing. Be generous, kind, and noble. And in particular brings the kind of optimism and good faith that you just can't help but pass on. So this person feels like you sort of mirror something back to them with your generosity, with your love, with your joy. It's like you teach this person to also become a better person and to evolve and expand. So Seven of Pentacles with the sulfur. It's not so much of a stone as a pure element that has a natural crystalline form. Sulfur may smell weird, but it has power. Since sulfur was made in volcanoes, it's the perfect kind of crystal for helping you make an abrupt change. So we keep seeing energies of change here. You've brought change into their lives. The Eight of Pentacles, so zoisite, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, helps you to manifest your own path while staying focused and grounded. The perfect stone if you want to knuckle down and get working. Can overcome feelings of lethargy and stimulate creativity, helping you push beyond fatigue. It can also help you change destructive behaviors and impulses into more positive ones. So this is the effect you have on them with the Eight of Pentacles. Let's lastly look at the Four of Swords. So, amber, not technically a crystal, rather ancient pine tree resin that has been sea smoothed by rushing tides for millions of years. Amber is a master healer, a magical, wise treasure of the earth and the sea. Amber brings warm, gentle vitality to the immune system and tends its bright, sunny energy to the mind, lifting depression and promoting a positive mental attitude. So we see a synchronicity there. That's the effect you have on them. And this is why you have them under your spell. So I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!